She is that girl. She is that girl. Jude is that girl. She is one of my favorite female main characters. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing y'all the 10 books I read in May and June. So I read 5 books in May and 5 books in June. So I really wanted to read 8 books in June, but that did not happen. I am planning on doing that this month though. Yeah, but I have a more aesthetic setup than usual. Well, actually, no. I need to reorganize my bookshelf or organize it better because a lot of my books are off of it. These books are off of it, and then some books down there. And there's also some other books, but that's my June TBR, so I'm not going to put. I'm keeping my June TBR over there, and then there's also some books over there that I'm planning on reading in a video coming up. That's actually going to be coming out next Saturday. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so the first book I read in May was The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. I gave this book 5 stars. This book was really good. It was like the best book I read this month, and oh my gosh, it was so good. I love this world so much, and I honestly, it's just so good, really good. This is about a girl named Jude, and she basically got kidnapped when she was 7, I think, to go to Fairy, which is like a world with fae and stuff, and she is learning to survive in this world and showing the fae that she is that girl. She is that girl. Jude is that girl. She is one of my favorite female main characters. Definitely, like, I love her so much. And then also, the next book I read was The Wicked King by Holly Black. I gave this book 4.5. It was really good as well. There was more romance in this one than there was The Cruel Prince, but still, like, not that much. It's hard to explain. It's very slow burn. But this one was also really good. We still have our baddie Jude over here, and then we have Carden. And then next, of course, we have The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. I gave this book 4.75 stars. I really like this book. It was very entertaining, and I finished Wicked King, Queen of Nothing in like a week. But I read The Cruel Prince like a week before that because I kind of got into a reading slump. Not because The Cruel Prince, because I was like low-key depressed. But you know, life, y'all, life. But this book is also really good. I recommend, please read this trilogy. Just read it, please. If you want to get into fantasy, get this. But please don't go into it thinking it's full-on a romantasy. It's fantasy with a subplot of romance. Not romantasy. Fantasy with a subplot of romance. Subplot of romance, okay, y'all? But still, it's really good. It's so good. I love the world building. I love the world. I love Jude. I love Carden. They're amazing. Please read this. And next, the 4th book I read in May was How the King of Elven, I think that's how you pronounce it, Elven, Learn to Hate Stories. I gave this book 3 stars. It wasn't like the best thing in the world, but it wasn't the worst. I mean, it was like, I still liked it. You know, seeing the art was pretty cool and stuff like that. But it just took me kind of a while to read, and yeah, but it's not necessary to read this book. But if you love this trilogy, like really, if you really love this trilogy, read this. I mean, it's just a little extra thing you can read. The last thing I read in May was Light Lark by Alex Astor. I've seen a lot of hate for this series, but I honestly like this book. I'm not gonna lie, I gave it a 4.5. It was really good. I listened to some of the audiobook and also read some of it. I liked it. Maybe I would listen to the audiobook if you're a little skeptical about it. But I don't know. I liked it. It was a vibe. It was I love. What really made me like it was how interesting the magic system was. That's what really made me give it 4.5. Isla can sometimes be annoying, but she if you can ignore that and just think about the world and the magic system, all that, you'd probably like this. That's why I gave it 4.5, because I liked the world building and the magic system, and honestly, the best person in the series, honestly, I'm just gonna say Azel. He's probably the most valid character in this book and the least annoying one. But yeah. Okay, so now we're going to get to the books I read in June. Okay, so the first book I read in June was The Summer Broken Rules by Cale L. Walter. So this was like the first ever romance book I read. Well, actually, I read the Summer Turned Pretty trilogy, and that is romance, but so never mind, it's not. But this is the first romance book I've actually kind of liked. I'm not gonna lie, because Summer Turned Pretty, please just don't waste your time on that unless you want like a palate cleanser to read. If you want like a palate cleanser to read, I recommend that series. And if you're at the beach, yeah, but any other time, don't waste your time. But I did like this book. I did give it a 3.75, but that's because I would honestly probably change this to 4 stars, because I think about it like not every day, but like quite a bit. And it was just really good. It was like sweet and cute, and I liked it. It was very summery, and I read this like at the first week of June, and it was nice. And I'm definitely gonna read more summery books and stuff like this, because it was like just sweet and wholesome and amazing. I like the vibes. The vibes were vibing. I'm more of a vibe reader, not gonna lie. So if it doesn't have good vibes, I'm probably not gonna like it. Unless if it had like not good characters and bad vibes, I'm not gonna like it. But if it has good characters and not good vibes, I might still rate it good. But if it has not good characters but good vibes, I'll probably still rate it high. Cause vibes are everything, y'all. But yeah, the next book I read was Nightbane by Alex Astor. And I was eating this series up. Like, oh my gosh, it was like, yeah. But I like this book too. I gave it a 4 stars. It was nice. I think about the series every day, almost every day. So that might say a lot. Well, since I've read another book, I think about it less, but before I read this one book, which I will see in my July wrap up, which I'm gonna have a lot of things to say about, because jeez, that book was yeah, this book was also really good. I liked it. The vibes were vibing as well, and I think I just read these books at a right time. If I read these books at a different time, I probably wouldn't have liked them as much, but the time I read these, the vibes were vibing, you know what I mean? Yeah, and I love this cover, I'm not gonna lie. This cover is really pretty. Next is Skyshade by Alex Astor. For some reason, I thought this book was gonna be kind of about Ezel or something like that. I know it was gonna still be with Isla and stuff, but I thought there was gonna be more to do with Ezel. But there wasn't that much, so I was kind of disappointed, because I wanted to see more of Azel, because he was a vibe. But there wasn't. And I will tell you, Isla is the most annoying in this book. She is the most annoying in this book. So fair warning, but if you want some good vibe, also there is a dragon in this book. That's one of the reasons I gave it a 3.5. If there was no dragons or anything, I probably would have gave this a 3. But since there was a dragon and stuff, I gave it a 3.75, because anything with dragons I want to read. Give me some recommendations with dragons that are young adult, please. But yeah, this was a pretty good book overall. The vibes were vibing. I loved the vibes, just not Isla. But anyways, yeah, this book, the vibes were vibing. So there's also this book is I think this series is gonna have 5 books in the main thing, but there's also the Grimm and Aura book. So there's Crown Tide, which I'm planning on reading this month. Grimm and Aura, which I already read this month. And then there's a 5th book coming out. I have no idea when. Hopefully by 2027. I wish it would come out this year, so I wouldn't like full on forget about this series. But it's fine. It's fine. And if Crown Tide ends on a cliffhanger, I'm gonna be really mad. Yeah. But I recommend, if you want, just if it's like if it if you have like a whole week of rain on your forecast and it's going to be storming, I recommend reading this trilogy that week. Just because reading it when it's cloudy and stuff is very good. I would recommend doing that. But if you just want a really cool magic system, like a really cool world, and can ignore some of the characters, especially our main one, I would recommend reading this. Well, I'm calling it a trilogy because I haven't read the fourth book, but there's actually 5 books out. So, but you can just read the main trilogy if you want. Actually, never mind, because Cache does end on a cliffhanger. So if you don't mind the cliffhanger, you can just leave it like that. But a lot of people say that Crown Tide was their favorite book, so I'm kind of excited to read it. And the Grimm and Aura book was pretty good as well. I forgot what I rated it, but it was pretty high rating because I really liked it. I am yapping, but it's fine. Usually these videos are about yapping anyways, so I thought I wouldn't have anything to talk about, but I do. Now I do. So, okay. Next book, which you can already see, is The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Jennifer Lynn Barnes is one of my favorite authors, honestly. My top 3 authors... My top 3 authors would probably be Stephanie Garber, Jennifer Lynn Barnes, then Holly Black. Amazing. Love them. Currently, those are my favorite authors. Anyways, we have The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and I'm already going to show you what we have. Killer Instinct as well. I gave The Naturals a 4 stars, and then Killer Instinct 3.5. I will explain that in a second, though. So, The Naturals was amazing. I really like this. The vibes, oh my gosh, the vibes of this series is so much. I love the found family. The found family is amazing. That's, like, my favorite part of it. Also, like, them looking for the killers is amazing. And learning stuff about, like, crimes and stuff is amazing. I love this author. I read the Harriet Escape trilogy and The Brothers Hawthorne, but I still need to finish that world, which I will probably next year, maybe. I don't know about The Grandest Game. I don't know if I'm gonna read that, but I do have The Grandest Game. But I am going to read Games Untold and The Same as Backward as Forward eventually. Maybe this year, maybe not. But yeah, The Naturals, it was really good. It's about, I have not been telling y'all what these books have been about. Sorry, y'all. I'm not gonna leave these books in the description because I honestly don't know how to do that. But just, if you really want to know what these books are about, just look them up. Just look them up, y'all. But we have like I just said, The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I really like it. It's like not the best thing I've read, but it's the vibe. I like her writing. It's very easy to read, and these books are very fast-paced. Oh. And I was not expecting that plot twist at all. Next we have Killer Instinct. I was not expecting the main killer to be this one either, but I wasn't that surprised. The reason I gave this 3.5 is because I just was not really in the mood. I was like, I like this. I think about this book all the time, so I'd probably change it to 3.75. 4 stars a little too high, but I do like it. The vibes were vibing as well. Honestly like the whole thing with Daniel Redding more than I like the things with the naturals. It was really cool learning about that, but I was just like, I think if it was like a stormy, cloudy week, I probably would have liked this book more. You know, it's not just about the book. It's also about like when you're reading it and how the weather is and stuff like that. So, yeah, Killer Instinct. And I'm on the last book. So, I haven't read I'm on the reading the last book, but I'm already gonna say please read this series. If you don't really like really YA stuff, like really young adult, like it's not kiddish, but the writing is very YA. You know what I mean? But also the whole mystery. Probably my favorite book out of the series right now is All In. I really like that book, which I read this month, which y'all will see in my July wrap up. I'm literally telling y'all all the books I've read in July right now. Well, I haven't told you all of them, but I've told you 2 of them. But yeah, I recommend reading that if you want a fast pace and can, honestly, if you really tried, you could probably finish all 4 books in a week. But if not, like, at least like you could finish a series really quick, and it's addicting. The thing about this, it's addicting. Like, it's not just like, I don't like, sometimes the writing style can be a little, but it's just addicting. Like, I can't, like, I've read these books in a row, like that one, then All In. Well, I was reading another book while reading All In, but technically I was, and now I'm starting Bad Blood. So, they're very addicting, I will say that. I understand the hype. But yeah, those are the 10 books I read in May and June. Hopefully I read more books this month, because these were like between 2 months. But I want to read at least 8 books this month. I'm gonna try. I'm already on my 4th book this month, and it's July 9th. So there's a high chance that I can, but I have 2 one very long book, one book that's almost 900 pages, one book that's like, I'm pretty sure almost 600 pages, or I'm pretty sure actually it is 600 something pages, and one that's like 517, but I'm already 200 pages in it, so, and I already know the plot, so I can like read that one quick. And then we actually have one normal size one. I picked only 4 since I got 2 long books. So I don't know if I'm gonna finish my TBR, but I technically still could read 8 books. It doesn't technically have to be my TBR, but I do want to read them on my TBR. Okay, y'all get what I'm saying. I want to read my books on my TBR, but I don't know if I'll read every single one of them. Yeah, but I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, night, whatever time it is. I will see y'all next Saturday. Peace out.